Hey guys, it appears I've become a stranded character. Well, that's interesting. But anyway, today I'm gonna be showing you guys some speed arts of me drawing Businessman because he is in several cards because he's easy to draw. I like to draw him, and he's an iconic character for Stranded. So Businessman has to suffer through mini cards. Alright, so here Businessman is going to have to suffer through a tidal wave. Now, in this card, tidal wave, it reduces the amount of fixes your opponent and you and all players have. Because I keep saying opponent, but can be multiple opponents because there can be up to infinite amount of players. So everyone loses 5 fixes, and yeah, that's pretty much his card. And unfortunately, Businessman was unlucky enough to get caught in the storm, and he's going to get hit by the tidal wave. So poor Businessman. Alright, so here, Businessman unfortunately also got caught in a snowstorm. So in this one, Businessman is covered in snow because he recently got snowed on by a massive snowstorm. Now, snowstorm says all active characters lose 2 hunger health, so it just hurts everyone. It's an okay card. It was one of the OG cards when I first made the game back when it was Hunger Wars. It was one of the original cards. But yeah, alright, in this one, Businessman unfortunately was caught in yet another storm. This time it was a hailstorm. So, as you can see, there's hail falling down on Businessman. Well, you probably can't see because I'm not done with it, but you will see. He's getting hit by hail. His umbrella's getting blown away. All very bad stuff. So, yeah, Businessman is very unlucky with these storms that keep spawning right next to him. But yeah, oh yeah, Hailstorm, what it does is all players have to shuffle their hand into the deck and then draw a certain amount of cards. I can't remember exactly, it's like 4 or 5 cards. So yeah, it just resets everyone's hand. And yeah, Businessman finds himself in more trouble, as you guys can imagine. I expect, because that's what happens with Businessman. He just finds himself in trouble. First, he got stranded on an island. Now he's after getting hit by all these storms and stuff. Now he's in a lava bubble too, so that's not great. So he's trapped in a lava bubble, and lava bubble is a card that says it's a super surprise card. So it's like an activator from Chaos Galaxy, if you know that game. So it says when your opponent. Oh no, no. Well, oh, sorry. When Vicious Volcano's ability activates, Vicious Volcano is a stranded. When its ability activates, you can play it to draw 2 cards. So it's just a card that you used in Vicious Volcano decks. The starter deck, one of the 2 starter decks for set 1, is a Vicious Volcano deck, and you can bet that this card's gonna be in it. So yeah, it's just a card mainly for Vicious Volcano. It's not the best since cards that rely on strandeds are really bad, since there's always a chance, that your strand is not going to be chosen. So, like the stranded beasts or the stranded animals, they're pretty bad because they rely on strands. Like if your strand is not chosen, they do nothing. Which is why in set 2 there's gonna be a bit more um, cards that turn the stranded into the one you want. Um, Spoiler for set 2, there's a card that allows you to just outright change the stranded to your stranded, and all you have to do is discard a certain amount of cards. But yeah. Um, Lava Bubble. That's all for Lava Bubble. Yeah. Alright, so this is actually one of my best drawings I've ever done for Stranded, in my opinion. It's Hunting Net. Now, Hunting Net is a card that allows you to discard the top card of your deck to steal a card from any player's hand. So a really good card because hand control and hand stealing is always really strong. Yeah, so Hunting Net actually, yeah, it's a pretty strong card. It's a feast card, so it's pretty rare. But yeah, it's just a good card. I like to use it in my decks. But anyway, in this one, unfortunately, Businessman found himself trapped in a hunting net that got like launched at him or something on the main stranded island, the deserted island, and also there's a shark in the background too. That's the swimming shark. It's a card in Stranded. But yeah, that's all for this one. I really love the art. It looks very 3D, probably the most 3D drawing I've ever done. So yeah, it also is one of the first drawings of Stranded to not have that background, that standard like circle-y spotlight kind of background. But yeah, that's all for Hunting Net. Looks pretty cool. Businessman unfortunately got trapped in a net. And yeah. Alright, now we have Time Loop. Time Loop is a really broken card that I'm definitely going to have to change because it allows you to just lock the game so that it's just your turn. So, Time Loop says, when this turn ends, take another turn. So, really broken, especially, it used to be not as broken, but now it is. Just of how the game has become, taking another turn used to be not like that big of a deal. It used to be, this game used to be more of a party game, so that was more of your standard card, take another turn. But now it's become more of a competitive HCCG, so take another turn is like, whoa, this is definitely going to form some one-turn kill. There's a high likelihood that it will not make it into set 1 because it will get banned in playtesting. I have no doubt in my mind that that is what's going to happen, but just in case it's not, I'm actually, right here, I'm going to ban this card. I feel like it's just going to cause way too many problems. I'm just going to outright ban it. Time Loop is now banned, so I'm drawing a pointless card. That's kind of sad. I might use its art for another card. But Time Loop would just cause too many problems, allowing you just one-turn kill with fixes. Fixes would make it broken. Because fixes were not in the game when I made it. But yeah, that's a rant. I banned Time Loop in the making of this video. Did not expect that to happen. But Time Loop is now banned, and Businessman is in this card too. He got like shifted into like a different reality or something from Time Loop, or into the past or future, or whatever, whatnot. Anyway, yeah, that's all for this card. It's now banned though, so unfortunately, this card will not be in the game. You may see its artwork in a different card like Amnesia, but yeah, make sure you guys. Oh wait, no. Finally, Businessman is not in a bad situation. Now he is actually getting buffed. In this card, Speed Boost, he's speeding somewhere. He's super fast. Speed Boost, it allows you to switch your active character with a different character. And it's a very simple card. I don't think anyone's really going to play it since the cost to switch is just 2 hunting coins. So, not an insane amount. It's not like, whoa, a free switch? That's so insane. Like, it's not a card that anyone's going to use. But yeah, Businessman is in this one since I needed someone to be running or speeding, and you can't really, it's hard to run, make these guys look like they're running since they don't have feet. So just like moving fast. But yeah, that is Speed Boost. It's the worst counterpart to Switch Places or Swap Places. I forget its name. It's the one where it's a super surprise or surprise card. Super surprise card. One of those. I might change the name just to surprise, but currently it's super surprise card. And when your opponent, or when your active character loses hunger, you can play it to switch them so someone else loses hunger. Just better since you can not only play it when your turn ends, you can also play it if your opponent does something to you and might defeat your active. You can switch him out if you still need to use his ability, or if you just want to revive him in some way, like you heal him back up. But yeah, that's this card. And as always, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and check out my other videos because it helps me a lot. But yeah, that is all. I can't wait for Stranded to be sold on the Game Crafter. I will just be like buying tons of my packs, doing like card openings, hopefully doing some giveaways too, because that'll be fun. Tournaments, all sorts of cool stuff once my game's being sold. But yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope you liked it. Some pretty cool art in it too, especially Hunting Net. That was my favorite. What was yours? Comment it below. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.